Good day, my friends. All right, here we have the Killstreak update number 8. I believe it's number 8. I had to go back and check to see how many Killstreak videos I made up until this point, but this is number 8. So it's been a while since I made a Killstreak video. I want to update you guys on what's going on or what's been going on lately. So as you guys know, from the last video, I said that I was working on Czech, Cantonese, Swahili, and German. So lately, there's been some slight changes, or I should say a slight change. I found myself working more on Czech and Cantonese lately, naturally, like in the morning time. I normally study Czech. And then like in the evening, like after 6 o'clock, starting from 6 o'clock, I start on Cantonese. So basically I'm doing the same things. It's just I found myself spending more time working on these languages. Now, normally I would just spend 3 hours. Because remember I told you guys the maximum is 3 hours. But lately it's been more than 3 hours for both Cantonese and Czech. So basically when I get up in the morning, I listen to the radio station, the SBS radio station, the stop. Well, actually, it's a podcast, Studio Stop Radio. Yeah, that's what it is. I listen to that normally, and then I get to the dialogues from either the colloquial course or whichever course I choose to use for that day, and then work from book 2, and do some drills, exercise from the FLR. Check. Well, actually, I use the FLR every day. So when I use that and stuff from the dirty checkbook, I just make up my sentences and then I go chat with some native speakers, and I may post some things on Facebook. So that's basically what I do during the morning time, and all from the morning throughout the afternoon up until the evening time. And then once 6 o'clock comes, I pretty much just do a lot of listening for Cantonese. I may write out some dialogues and then go through a sweep for the Cantonese, to teach yourself Cantonese, and work through the Cindy Lau course and the FSI course. I don't think I listed. Oh, yeah, I should put FSI course on here too, because I work through that as well. So yeah, if you've seen the previous level up, I said level up. If you've seen the previous Killstreak update videos, I'm pretty much doing the same thing. Like I explained for like Asimil, how I write out the dialogues. I spend 7 days. All of that stuff is the same. It's the same. The only change is I'm not doing Swahili and German actively now. I put those two in my non-active group because, like I said, I haven't been really doing anything for those but listening. Like for German, I've chatted with quite a few people lately on Facebook and some other messaging programs. I got a lot of practice, like just typing to people, and then I listen to some videos, and occasionally I listen to the podcast. But I've been spending the majority of my time on Czech and Cantonese. So that's the update. I'm currently active with 2 languages, and Swahili and German are in my non-active group. So that's it for this update. Or before I conclude the video, let me just go through the resources here. So for Czech Hippocrane course, I made a video telling you guys that I went through the course, like completed it. Now, don't get me wrong. When I say complete the course, I don't mean that I know everything in there. I basically went through the whole course and listened. I spent like 3 months, I think, just listening to all the dialogues. I got about 500 to 1,000 plays. And I do that. I listen to the dialogues that many times, and I go through them, try to understand them. And I did that for the whole Hippocrane Czech course. Now, I didn't retain everything. So when I say I completed the course, it doesn't mean I remember all the vocabulary. Now I'm going through it again as a sweep to just go through the grammar section, to read up on some points and stuff, and then I may read through the dialogue again, just translate it again. So that's what I'm doing for that course. Then you have the FLR Czech. We already know what's going on with that. And Asimil, writing out the dialogues. That's where I get all my writing practice from. Then teacher self-check, that's basically the same thing, same as Hippocrane. You have your dialogues and then you have your grammar section. So I do that. I listen to the dialogues and then go through the grammar section. Then podcast, studio, stop, radio. Book 2, we already know what book 2 is about. Dirty check, a bunch of useful expressions and phrases. And then FSI check, another great course. So those are all the resources I'm using for the Czech language. And I also have the Czech grammar book. I use that as well. I haven't used it a whole lot. I just kind of looked through it a few times. Cantonese wedding bells. I went through that course, completed again. As I explained to you about the Hippocrane, the same thing happened with wedding bells. Learning Cantonese through stories. I still have yet to complete this book. The stories are quite long, so I'm still spending time on that. Teach yourself Cantonese. I'm going through that right now and again as a suite. Then FSI Cantonese, Sydney Lao courses. I made a review on those courses. Living Cantonese. What's one Living Cantonese? Yeah, Living Cantonese. I don't know if I made a video on this course here. I think I did, but it's a pretty good course. Cantonese colloquialisms, SBS radio for Cantonese podcast, and this is a famous radio station, RTHK. This is very interesting. Like the woman is a host. She speaks in Mandarin and she mixes it up, but most of the time she speaks in Mandarin. But all of the callers they speak Cantonese. So she would speak to them in Mandarin and then they'll respond in Cantonese. It's very interesting. Then occasionally she'll mix it up. She even mixes up some Cantonese words with Mandarin. Like for example, like in Mandarin they say "没问题," "没有问题." Sometimes she'll say "mo manti," "mo manti," "mo," and "mo" is Cantonese. She does things like that, and some other words she would do that with. Then there's some other courses. Actually, I ordered a few more courses from the Greenwood Press. Those should be here sometime this week. I'm going to start on those when they get here, and then I'll make a review on them and let you guys know how they are. So that's all. That's what I'm using for Cantonese. And yeah, I still watch some videos on YouTube. I don't watch as many as I used to. There's a few channels I like to keep up with, but I used to watch the news every day on YouTube. But now since I have this podcast, these RTHK podcast and SBS radio, I don't need to do that because those are pretty long. Sometimes they're like 50 minutes, 30 minutes, 25 minutes. So those are really, really good. So, and I just put them on my iPod, listen to them. Whenever I'm, feeding my daughters or cleaning, whatever I'm doing, I could just listen to them easily. So that's it. So this is the Killstreak update number 8. I'm not sure how you guys' studies are going. I hope they're going fine. If you guys want to make a response to this Killstreak video, go ahead. I would like to hear how your language journey is going. So that's it for this video. Let me know if you have any questions, and yeah, I look forward to any comments.